the typical inspection report, what can you give them an idea just on what you have in there, just so that they know what to expect? Like what's typically in there?
Okay.
And usually, I will say, the reports are usually 35 to 60 pages. That's even if nothing's wrong with it. It's just showing you that he's actually checked these particular sections.
Yes, so each section will have, so we'll start with, just say bathroom has the sink, the toilet, the shower, the bathtub, the wall tiles, things like that. It's all broken down, and then we have a rating system of satisfactory, fair, and poor. And then I go through and I check all of those. And every one of those sections could have pictures in it, depending on what I see. So the sinks, I'll test the hot water, and I'll put that picture in there. Say, see, I tested the hot water. See, it's working. And then every one of those sections, it could be 10 sections in every other section, such as the roof. And then we have exterior elements, and every exterior elements has things like the faucets and siding, other things like that. So it's all broken down into the main section, to the subsection. And depending on what else is in there, how like pool and spa or radon and mold, those all will be at the bottom of the report. So yeah, they can get quite lengthy depending on the type of defects that I see. I do fourplexes as well, and those can be about 250 pages. Yeah, very long reports.
I know for us, what we're looking for lots of times is, I do more listings than I do buyers. So when we get an inspection report, we want to know what the functional issues are, not the cosmetics. I mean, you're not buying a new home. So lots of times people aren't going to address if the paint has dulled out or there's a chip in the paint somewhere, something to that respect. Those are cosmetic. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about functional issues is what we're looking for. Is there leaky faucets? Is there backed up plumbing? Is there electrical that's not working? Yeah. Those are functional issues. So that's what we're trying to get into, find out more.
And that's the hard thing too, because whatever buyer's coming in there, say you get a listing inspection done and you're presenting that to the buyer, their inspectors can see a whole different set of eyes, or different things. The buyers are seeing everything because this is their dream home. This is what they're settling or not settling on. This is what they want. So by not putting everything in there on a listing inspection or seller's inspection, then you're kind of it almost looks like you're hiding stuff in a way, right? Not saying that's what you do if you do, but
well, that's why we have what's called a seller's real property disclosure form.
Yes.
So when you list a property, you have to fill this form out that if you're aware of particular things that are wrong with the property, you have to list them and let the buyer know. That's just called fair practice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you legally have to do that. You can't be hiding the fact that there's been a roof leak for 10 years and you might have big issues there, or that you have water that's constantly feeding moisture somewhere in the house.
Right. And any good agent knows that you would have to put everything on there. But sellers inspections, they're a beast of their own, because it's expected that you want to capture everything and put it all in there, so that when the buyer's looking at it, or say whatever purposes is for the seller, they can choose to fix whatever they want, set the price accordingly, and then put that to the buyer that this is what we fixed, this is what we disclosed, and then kind of ease those tension a little bit. And this is what you're talking about, speeding up the process and making it easier for everybody. And also it kind of reduces those negotiations because you're already putting everything forward.